Apple had an event today. I know some news outlets published it and posted that it wasn't going to be live until Tuesday. I'm not going to say who it was, but if you guys could get your reporting right, that'd be great. But Apple had a great event today. It spent like 2 hours talking about stuff, I believe. And I was impressed by some stuff, fascinated by maybe one thing, and not interested in maybe another thing. But let's get into that. What were you guys looking forward to? Let me know in the comments or on Twitter at TechNewsGadget. By the way, show notes for everything we talk about today can be found by going to technewsgadget.net/92. You get all the show notes there. And if you're listening on the podcast app of your choice, all you should be able to do is swipe up, down, left, right, however you get more details. And you should be able to click on the article link there of your choice and have it load up. Voila! In your smartphone. The wonder of technology. So, Apple, first off, announced 3 new subscription services, including a TV service, gaming bundle, and an all-you-can-read magazine subscription on Monday at its campus in Cupertino, California. Apple also announced an Apple-branded credit card in partnership with Goldman Sachs. Apple stock was down almost 2% during intraday trading on Monday after the event. So, as you can tell, if you're interested in all this stock trading goodness, it's kind of mediocre. Didn't really care, didn't do anything. The iPhone giant is focusing on subscription services at a critical time for the company as it searches for new areas of revenue growth to compensate for stalling iPhone sales. We've also been creating a growing collection of world-class services, and that's what today is all about, Apple CEO Tim Cook said today. Investors and analysts say that Apple's service business, which includes revenue from the App Store and licensing fees in addition to monthly subscriptions, is going to drive the majority of revenue growth over the next few years. No, you think? Oh, I'm so glad we got a whole... Okay, so, first thing they announced was a new service for streaming online video called Apple TV Plus. That's the first plus I want you guys to make a note of. Apple's new TV app will soon enable users to subscribe to individual streaming services such as HBO Go, Stars, and watch shows or sports through Apple's TV app, a feature called Apple TV's Channels, which will launch in May. When users subscribe to a channel, they are able to browse all the shows made by that channel inside of Apple's TV app, instead of in the service's individual app. Kind of one of the reasons why Netflix isn't in it. Channels confirmed by Apple include HBO, Showtime, Stars, CBS All Access, and Smithsonian Channel. Apple did not announce pricing for any channel. I'm wondering, is Disney going to be part of this? Are they going to be like, no, Disney Go Plus streaming online service, video library, archive, vault access to it? We'll find out. Apple TV Plus, a separate service, will include original video content produced by Apple. Apple has been associated with 34 different TV and movie productions, according to a tally from Goldman Sachs, not to say they also invested about $1 billion in original content. So something good hopefully comes out of it. The second half of Apple's launch event on Monday included a long series of Hollywood celebrities attached to Apple productions, including Steven Spielberg, Reese Witherspoon, Steve Carell, Oprah Winfrey, and Jennifer Aniston, discussing their upcoming shows. Apparently, Oprah Winfrey is debuting a book club of sorts, so we'll see what comes out of that. Apple's original content will be available to consumers in the fall. It's a subscription service which suggests a monthly fee, but Apple did not mention a price. Obviously, the one big question we were wondering about this whole entire time, they just teased it and didn't go any further with it. The Apple TV app is compatible with iPhones, iPads, and Apple TV set-top boxes. Support for Mac computers is due in the fall. According to Apple, the new service launches in May. Apple also said that people with select TVs from Samsung, Sony, LG, and Vizio, as well as set-top boxes from Roku and Amazon, will be able to download an Apple TV app. So that was kind of interesting. Then they came out with a news package. They announced a new paid tier of the Apple News app called Apple News Plus that includes magazine content for $9.99 a month in the US and $12.99 per month in Canada. Some banner features in the new paid tier include layouts specifically designed for a phone, including covers that subtly move, as well as other design and layout features. Users can access full, current, and past issues, but it only seems like some select magazines are in them, not all of them. So essentially you're getting like a bundle of magazines. Probably, it sounds to me like a bunch of cable channels just smashed together because they all look good. Here's a couple. Wired, Popular Science, National Geographic, and Essence. Apple News Plus also includes access to LA Times and Wall Street Journal content. Apple said that the subscription includes over 300 magazines. One of the service's new selling points is privacy. Apple said that it won't let advertisers track its Apple News Plus users. Apple is offering a month-long free trial to the service, which will become available to Apple users in May. Pricing soon come as well. This one, as you can tell, Apple News Plus, not quite too interested in that, because I'm mainly wondering, it's like, okay, so if I'm thinking of as from a business standpoint, from a publisher standpoint, from like, if I was going to be Popular Science, say, for example, what am I getting? Exposure. What am I getting kickback from? I don't know. I mean, am I going to make any part of that $9.99 a month that the users are paying for it? Is it based on usage? So, like, if they happen to read my magazine or news subscription or newspaper more often, do I get more of that cut of that $10 a month? And I don't know, kind of confusing, but good for users, I guess. What do you think? I don't know. I thought this one was a flop. Oh, look at, we'll just add a plus on this one too, Apple News Plus. Oh gosh. And then they announced the titanium credit card. Apple also said on Monday it would release its own credit card called Apple Card. The physical card itself is made out of titanium. We saw an opportunity to transform another fundamental form of payment, and that's the credit card. The Apple Card will show how much users have spent and when payment is due inside the iPhone's Wallet app. The app will track spending by category and will provide a more detailed version of transaction history that integrates with Apple Maps. The card also has several reward incentives, which Apple calls daily cash. And by daily cash, it means you go out and you purchase something and you get a kickback in the format of daily cash, and that's cash that you can actually use. It's not a point, it's not a gimmick system, it's not some weird perk thing. It's actual cash that you can take and transfer to a friend, transfer to your bank account, use it to pay off something, roll it into something else immediately, like daily cash. So Apple said that customer service, such as changing an address, would be handled through a text message bot. Our goal with the Apple Card is to provide each customer with an interest rate which is the lowest in the industry. Apple said the card did not have late fees or annual fees, although obviously they're probably going to incentivize you if you don't want to pay interest. Pay this recommended amount. You can. There's like this little weird circular clicker sidebar thing that you can use. They have a video on it, so you can see how that all works. So the Apple Card uses the MasterCard network and is operated by Goldman Sachs. Neither Apple nor Goldman Sachs will use personal data for advertising. And then this bundle came out that I thought was quite interesting, I'm interested in, was the Apple Arcade. Apple also announced a new bundle of video games called Apple Arcade. A single subscription will provide access to more than 100 games, all of which are exclusive to Apple devices. New games will be added regularly, and Apple games will be available to play without an internet connection after they are downloaded. The gaming bundle will be available to customers this fall, Apple said. Games include new titles from companies including Konami, Cartoon Network, Sega, and Lego. The Lego game actually looked interesting. It's like Lego Battle something. You can battle with other people. So it'll also include indie titles from creators including Will Wright, the inventor of SimCity. Apple also did not reveal a price for its gaming bundle. So essentially just plussed everything else up a bit. Kind of a downer for the news, but interesting for the Apple Arcade. What do you guys think? Were you excited by this or not so much? You all still interested in Stadia? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments. Let's head on over to the rest of the tech news, shall we? Alright, so this is news that you're not going to really find much, mainly because everybody everywhere, all they're talking about is the Apple event and how Apple really only gave a limited amount of information, and everybody's like, oh, what's going on? And keep the rumor mill grinding for weeks, if not a month or two.